Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Summer of Retro Actraiser Let's Play. I am your host, Rontro, aka Bro Han Solo, your favorite video game bounty hunter, and one half of the Retro Bros. And here it is, everybody. Every land is maxed. It has its max population. We have max health. Yeah, so there you go. Also, while I was in the process of finishing that up, we got a new magical light. It consumes monsters with a ray of light from the Sky Palace. You know, I think I'm going to actually give that a shot. See what that does. Oh yeah, we're going to move our palace. Every land is maxed. I love how the corner of this one is just nothing. Nothing more can be built. No more people can move in, I guess you could say. We are at max capacity. And we're headed for Death Heim. This will be the last battle. All monsters will be completely eliminated from this world. Sir Rontro, are you ready? Do I have much of a choice but to be ready? Let's make this playthrough legit. Come on. Wow. I'm epically failing here. Figured why waste magic on him. Well, half our health is gone already. And we still have 6 more bosses to go. Yeah, I don't like this magic. It sucks. If you remember, I was telling you this guy transforms into a werewolf. We're going to finish him off that way, I guess. Two bosses down. No magic. 1 hit left. Yeah, I don't think we're doing it this time. Oh, lovely. The wheel guy's coming up, I believe. Yep. Dead already. What I do love is that they do start you where you left off, so it's not so bad. I don't know if you've all noticed, but that eclipse is in every background in these boss battles. I can't stand this boss. I would like to have magic for him. Wow. We're getting tore up here, guys. See, I think we're supposed to have one more health yet. I think our health is supposed to be as large as the boss's. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have worked out that way. I'm not exactly sure how to get that last bit of health. Thought I found a good way to beat this boss, but it doesn't seem to be working too well. Oh, man. Just not panning out the way I was hoping it would. That's what I'm trying to do right there. Get him to land so I can get one hit and back off. It's not very time efficient, but it seems the best way to go about this boss. Come on. Nope. Darn it. One last... Well, nope, that's it. Going to switch back to Magical Stardust. It seems to be the best to use. I'm going to try to do as many of the bosses without using my magic. Just to hold on to it for, a couple particular bosses. That went better that time around. Took a lot of hits on that guy. I apologize. Itch in the ear. We use one on it just to be able to keep the ball rolling as long as we can. I'm probably going to die here. But I know that I can kill him pretty easily, so without using the magic. There we go. He's down. Let's try to get as much of his health down as we can without using magic. Might not be at all. This battle is not going well at all. Come on. Man. Just can't seem to get out of his way. Alright. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do this now. Should have brought him down for the magic. I do not think I am going to be able to beat this final boss here before fighting Tanzran. I'm going to give it my all, though. I'd really like to have magic for here. I really would. We got that boss beat, but we are almost dead, and we are out of lives. Here comes the big cheese. His form of him isn't too bad, luckily. But he has more than one. Come on. Come on. Oh, so close. So close to beating him. We can do this. I have faith that I can do this. I was that close. One more hit and I would have had him. But I know what I need to do this time. Good thing is you haven't seen me fail too much in this, run. So I am proud of myself for that. Well, I really wish I would have got that hit right off the bat. Would have taken a lot less damage in the battle at least. Alright. Only 6 hits. Only took 6 hits on that one. It wasn't too bad. Oh. Now we're going to be a jerk and not be down here where I need you to be. Yeah, right there. Yeah, this boss isn't particularly hard. Just a pain. We're doing well. We'll take as much of this boss's life before using magic. Just like last time. Alright. We haven't used any magic so far. That's awesome. We're going to end up taking a death here, though. Kind of figured we'd take a death there. Come on. We're going to do like last time, try to take as much of this guy's health without magic. Wow. I can't even hit him once. Man, I just can't seem to master that. It's really not that hard of a concept to grasp either. It just, for some reason, I can't seem to do it. All for 1 health. Oh well, that's okay. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to purposely die on this boss. I have 3 magic that I can use on it to finish it off, and I should have a good bit of my health come fighting Tanzran. So, well, that was not done well. Alright. Got about half our health to finish Tanzran. Thing here is we got to avoid as much damage as possible, and we're not avoiding any at all, which is bad. Took a lot of unnecessary damage. Oh man, why? Why can I not beat him? Let's give it one more go. I mean, I can't believe that I was that close to beating him, and this time I couldn't get it done. Not good. Took one more hit than I wanted to. Alright. Good, good, good. Come on. There we go. I'm trying to use the lives I have to my advantage, you know. It's too bad you didn't get more lives than that. And more magic for that matter. That's a pretty decent amount of health off him. With all the more health I had, and I screwed up thinking I was going to start at the statues. I don't know why. Alright. It's just, this guy here, just... I can't stand this boss. It's always been my least favorite boss. Came back too soon for him, I guess. Man. Come on. I'd like to face that dragon with all my magic, but I know that's not going to happen. The least amount I have to use on him, the better. Come on. There we go. I have 5 scrolls to use against this dragon. Again, gonna let him kill me. I wish I could make it through all the bosses with only losing 1 life. No lives would be even better, but, well, can't be that lucky. This seems to be the time that I need to use the magic on him. It's right then. Ugh. You know what? Let's do it. Yes! Alright. My heart's going a million miles per hour. Hide right down in a corner. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. There it is. After much failing in the last area, I did it, and I did it without cheats. So, Rontro 2, Summer of Retro 1, yes! This is going to be a 75% clear in total this year. Out of the 4 games, I will be beating 3 of them legitly. Sir Rontro, you have been a tireless master. With this, our current duties are complete. We have labored long and hard to help our people become free. I do feel a bit of regret that they will no longer need our help. There's a typo there. Let's take one last look at each of the thriving towns we helped develop. Developed? Lots of translation issues. Not a lot. Couple. Good old Fillmore. This is Fillmore. Look how the people cleared and cultivated the land and constructed a prospering town. Oh yes, one of the men of Fillmore had the ability to predict the future. His ability helped save Fillmore. He finally gave his life for his town. I'm sure he expected that final fate. From birth, all people are guided by a force called destiny. Because people are unaware of their destiny, they may not understand all that life has to offer. The man who quietly accepted his destiny is also the one who becomes a great leader and person. Sorry, this video is a bit long. If I wouldn't have kept failing. This is Bloodpool. The lake has already returned to its beautiful blue color. Oh yes, there was an energetic boy named Teddy. Sir Rontro and I are supposed to treat all people equally. But since he was such a likable young boy, he received much of our attention. Oh, do you remember the people of Bloodpool had to draw lots to decide who... The people of Bloodpool had to draw lots to decide who was to be sacrificed. At the time, I didn't tell you, but I knew whose lot was drawn. It was Teddy. And we're moving on to Cassandora now. This is the desert town Cassandora. Now there is very little evidence of the once massive desert. People said they were drawn into the pyramid by its magical powers. But should we believe this? The monsters living in the pyramid were nothing more than reincarnations of the human slaves who built the pyramid. Their spirits remained drawing people's minds to the pyramid. Now the pyramid is sealed and their souls saved. They will be reborn as human beings. Nice little stories for each town at the end. I like that. Always did. This is the volcanic town Ados. I was so impressed by these people who tried to build homes in spite of the continuous lava flow. Their leader passed from this life right before your very eyes. I am certain he dedicated his whole life to informing people of your existence. I hoped Ados would become town represent a beautiful town representative of his great spirit. And as you see, each of the lands, like the houses, all look the same now. There wasn't ones from level 1 and level 2 civilization levels. This is the jungle town Marana. My, they have built so many homes on such a small island. I would consider this like a paradise island of some sort, a tropical island, not a small forest. I felt very sad when the town's two leaders were tempted by the wicked mirror, but human beings have a tendency to choose the easier way when faced with difficulties. Having seen the people's weakness, I felt obligated to lead them in the right direction. And finally, Northwall. This is the last of our lands, Northwall. I felt a little guilty about letting people live in such a cold climate. But they successfully overcame many problems. The two leaders were telling us that when they found the two initials on the mighty tree, they felt a certain affection toward what or who had left the initials. I think those two leaders were sweethearts who had lived here long ago but were killed by monsters. Their spirits have since come to dwell in these bodies. If my story is correct, the sweethearts have finally reunited after a long separation. Even though they don't remember, isn't it a beautiful story? Excuse me. This being so, it seems your people, as well as yourself, have had hard times. Sir Rontro, why don't we take a look inside the shrine? There's no one here. In former times, people would call for you and ask for your help. As cultures and lands become more advanced, do people tend to forget those who helped them? But then people may be most happy when not in need of help from their master, or when they have forgotten him. Should we yearn for a time when people will no longer need to ask for our help? And that is Actraiser, everyone. Gotta love the music right there. Yeah, as I said, I'm sorry the last video was a bit long. If only I had not failed a few times. I mean, I could cut down the video a bit by taking out one or two of the plays, but no. I refuse to do that because I've played this video game from beginning to end with that one cut, unfortunately, but it wasn't because I continuously was failing. So, I didn't want to deviate away from the theme of the whole summer of retro. I've been playing these games straight on through without taking out any of the deaths. It's fitting for the last video to be a little long anyway. So, because this is the finale right here, you know. But I'm sure you're not all interested in reading all these credits. There's nothing really to look at. All these credits roll. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you all to check all of the links in the description below. My Facebook page, my Twitter page, my YouTube partner, Retromageddon's page, his channel. Check it out. R&R Gaming channel. Check it out. And there's also a link to the band Prude's Facebook page. Go check that out. They have done the theme music for the upcoming season 2 of Rontro, the Class of Retro, or just Class of Retro, however you want to put it. I can't wait for you all to hear that. But that about does it. And, I'm your host, Rontro. That's it for Actraiser. Up next is Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation. And until then, game on.